So, yeah.
If we shouldn't make it earlier or later. Hi. Hello, everybody. Yeah, I've been watching a few things this last week, and I think we need to get our excitement back. I was looking at some of the videos that we've been doing, the ones that are on YouTube, and we're all looking very, very serious and very, very glum. So we need to get that excitement back, because what drives this business is excitement. And so I'm going to just kick off, and then we're going to carry on. We were listening to Jim Rohn. We were listening to Jim Rohn. Hello, Caroline. And there's a few things. Maybe you should hope you've got pen and paper. It's a lot of learning to do, a lot of things that we have to do. The first thing is that your success in anything is due to testimonials and personal experiences. You hear somebody's done well and you happen to like that sort of thing, you will follow them. And so whatever they do or say, you will probably fit into that category. So testimonials and personal experience is definitely what we need. Where are we going to get it? The summit. So I hope you're all ready for the summit. Okay. What he was saying was, we have enough there at those summits with testimonials and personal experiences. We can have enough info to conclude that it is possible. And we've seen it, haven't we? It is possible to live and design an extraordinary life. And we've seen it. We know it. It's true. So what we need to do when we go to these functions is not for fun, it's to learn and gain things from testimonials, personal experiences that we have. We get our ideas. So what he suggests is, while you're sitting in any seminar, rather than just copy the seminar, especially if it's going to be taped, rather just let your creative juices flow. And as something comes up, like an idea or a thought, write it down. That's what you need to write down. And you'll get inspired. So ideas and inspiration. And then you need the wisdom and the faith to pursue it. Because without that, you're not going to go anywhere. You can go to as many seminars as you like. You can watch as many videos as you like. You can watch as many podcasts as you like. You can read all the books, read all the videos, listen to him forever and ever and ever. And you're not going to get anywhere. So go home and get high activity, not just cruising along. Okay. So the greatest experiences for anyone is to go to these things and to learn. Okay. And he was saying something that was really quite good. He said, when our names, your names, appear in someone's testimony, that is the greatest reward you can have. Someone can say, you know, I got here because once, long ago, someone handed me a book or a tape, or spoke to me, or told me that I can do it. And they mention your name. You're the one who did it. That's such a amazing thing to happen. You have then left a legacy. You have passed on the baton. Okay, so that's my lot. And now we're going to listen to Jenny Holiday. 2 minutes, Jen.
Good evening, everyone. And I would like to say thank you to Debbie and John Cunningham for introducing me into Near Life. You changed my life. Thank you. Talking from the health aspect. A couple of weeks ago, I went to see Mr. LaRue, my ophthalmic surgeon. And I said, do I have cataracts? And he started to laugh. He said, Jenny, you've had a cataract in your right eye for such a long time We don't remove it because you don't use it anyway, my right eye. But the good news is my left eye that had the cancer, the Lord healed that. It's still got a lesion across the cornea and all that nonsense. But because of the fighter defense from Neolife, I do believe I can see very clearly. My late son-in-law, at the age of 8, Marius Barnard said, go home and play. You've got 22 holes in the heart. In other words, he wasn't going to make it. We buried him on his 36th birthday. And before he died, he said to me, Mom, thank you for the products. They really impacted my life in such a positive way. They gave me energy that I never had before. I recently had a major back operation. And Norma was here when my doctor on a Saturday came and spent 3 hours with me. He said, Jenny, when I saw the MRI scan, I honestly didn't think you were going to make it. But your products, because he uses them. And my biokineticist phoned, he said, Jenny, you made it. He also uses the products. I didn't know how bad was bad. But anyway, thank you to the products that I really survived this op. I was supposed to be in ICU for 3 days. And the neurosurgeon came and he said, Mrs. Holliday, you're here for the morning only. Your bones are so strong. Thank you, Neolife. He sent me upstairs. So yes, health-wise, tell me when to stop because I can carry on forever, as you know. So basically, it impacted my health in such a positive way. Financially, well, I'm financially free because Neolife contributed to me buying my home for cash. And I put my son through university. He's now an electronic engineer. Not only was it Neolife because he got distinctions everywhere and you get a discount at university for every distinction. But the point is, I contributed towards his education. My daughter and son-in-law lost their business during COVID. Thank you, Neolife. I was able to put food on their table. Well so done, financially, I've really, really gained. And thank you all for being my family. We have such fun in... Okay, is that the end? I just want to say the end. But before I say that, thank you each and every one of you for being in my life. The end.
Well done. Thank you. Amanda, please. Hi, Amanda. So nice to have you on the chat. Unmute, Amanda.
Just good evening, everybody.
Hello, Amanda.
Hi there. Thanks, Debbie. Yes, I also have lots to say, and like Jenny, I could also think I can keep you here the whole evening. But I'm going to try to keep it as short as possible. I actually grew up with Golden products. My grandfather and grandmother used to use the products, especially the home care range, and sell it. And my mom used to use the home care range. And when they passed away, somewhere along the line, my mother lost track with the distributor that she was connected to. And those years, there weren't internet and Google that you could look up or trace people as easily as today. So for a long time, we didn't have any connection with someone in Neolife Golden Products. And then somehow I found a lady here in Yugi that was a registered distributor for Golden Products Neolife. I bought some products from her a couple of times. Then she told me she's not going to sell anymore. I think they were moving and her whole life was just upside down and she didn't have time for it. And that's how I got connected with my upline, Jenny Potter. And yes, from there, Jenny has just been tremendous support. I've joined Neolife so that I could get the 20% discount for the products. Never intended to sell any products because I'm not a salesperson by trade. But the impact of the products has been so noticeable because I didn't just use the home care range. I started using the nutrition and supplements as well. And the impact was enormous. I had people stopping me after a couple of months in the shops, in the street that knew me, that said, Amanda, what are you using? What are you doing? You are looking so healthy. You're looking so energized. Just, healthier and better all over. And when I told them it's the supplements, they wanted it as well. So I thought, well, if the people want the supplements, I might as well sell it. And that's where my sales, that's where my selling came into being, started from there. So it's been really a very big positive impact in my life. The nutrition has made such a difference. I can't remember when last I've used vitamins and supplements that made me feel so good and so well. I love the Pro Vitality. I love the feminine herbal stuff that really works very well for us. And my whole family is on the nutritions as well. Somewhere you have to start doing this on your own if you want to make it a business. Your uplines are there to support you, and my upline has been absolutely marvelous. But you realize you have to start going out there and be courageous and sell your products, because there is people out there that have the money to buy them. They want good products. They do have serious business regarding their health, and you just need to find the right people. And it's like you say, Debbie, you have to do high activity. My activity is not as high at the moment because I'm actually full-time employed and I've got 2 kids at school still, but I'm hoping to get there soon. Thank you very much.
Well done. Well done, Amanda. Fantastic.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Thanks, Amanda. Now we go over to Sean. Thank you, Sean.
All right. Yeah. Well, just like Amanda, I also grew up on the products. For as long as I could remember, we had Super 10 and LDC in the house. My mother was never interested in selling the products because, as you said, Amanda, she always thought that she's not a salesperson. And I've also had issues with that over the years. But it all depends on what your definition of sales is. Because if you really think about it, we are, every single one of us, selling something every single day. We're selling ourselves. And we're selling, if we're employed, we're selling our services to our employer. Just so happens that there's only one customer there. But we are selling something every single day. If somebody gives you money, you've made a sale. If you've told somebody about a solution to something, you've made a sale. So if you think of sales like that really slimy old second-hand car dealer over there who's trying to flog things to you, or people knocking on your door randomly and trying to, worse, phone calls out of the blue, but you don't understand this is not going to cost you anything extra. It's only going to cost an extra 400 Rand a month. But so they're trying to sell you stuff that you don't need and can't afford. If you're listening to a friend and they're complaining about my hair is falling out, got no energy, I'm tired all the time. Yeah, I really don't know what to do. I'm in pain, my joints are aching. And you go along and you say, I had a similar problem, or I knew somebody who had a similar problem, and I found a product that actually worked. My story is my wrist. I had arthritis in my wrist. And these products have taken care of my arthritis. We don't make medical claims, but I can tell you I had early stage arthritis in my wrist. I don't have any stage arthritis in my wrist now, 4 or 5 years later. It's gone. Is it the product? I don't know. But I gave my body the correct tools. I don't have the problem anymore. So if you care about your friends, your family, and they've got a challenge, and you know that you've got a solution, are you not being selfish by withholding that solution from them? And that was where the whole lot clicked. John, you asked me to talk about when did it become something that you now need to make this become a business builder. I realized I had this solution. I joined this business not to sell a thing. I wasn't interested in nutrition. I was healthy. But our kids were young, and I did not want poisons in the house. And I knew growing up with Super 10 and LDC, they were non-toxic and biodegradable. I'm also a bit of a cheapskate. So when we were living up in Empangeni, I battled to find a distributor. There's a lot of undercover distributors out there. And when I did find one, I would order stuff and it would take ages to get there. And eventually I decided, no, hang on, forget this for a joke. I'm a cheapskate. So why battle to get something from somebody when I can go directly to the factory? And that was when I found my uplands. Now, I had been a distributor before, just to put this into context. And dating myself back again, I was not ready. I was too young. And I seem to remember meeting Charlie when he was probably about a sapphire or one diamond, one ruby director. And my uplines pushed me out of the business because they kept telling me, you must do this, you must do that, you must do the next thing. I don't must anything. Somebody says, I would suggest, we'll talk business. You tell me I must, sorry, I back off. So I got pushed out of the business and I vowed never to do that to any of my downlines either. So that's why I'm probably a little bit soft and lenient on downlines and I don't push them. I'm here to support them. But there are a lot of hurting people out there. This business has made such a huge difference to me, not just pain-wise, not just energy-wise, financially as well. No, I'm not a 5 diamond. No, I'm not a multimillionaire. But it has given me the confidence to be able to learn to use money. It's given me the confidence to talk to you. Because a few years ago, I would have been this one, on mute, hiding myself away, not talking to you. And quite honestly, I don't think we would be on Zoom if it wasn't for the personal development that this business has given me. So I found myself, berate myself for being selfish because I've got something that people need and I'm not sharing the way I should do. There are a lot of hurting people out there. They're hurting financially. They're hurting from depression. They're hurting physically. I see it every day. I'm in the medical field. And I would say probably 70 to 80% of the patients I see on a regular basis, I shouldn't be seeing because they've got conditions that I know are diet related. Car accidents are a different story. But when a 6-year-old gets tripped in the playground and he breaks a bone, not just bends it, shatters it, he's got a problem. And when I see other people who are they're having their gallbladders removed, why? It's diet related. They shouldn't be doing that. They've got varicose veins. It's diet related. People are overweight. They've got herniated discs. Almost all of those are diet related. We've got the solution. So why are we holding it back?
Yeah, thank you, Sean. Well done.
Well done.
Well done. Right. Are you going to play the video, Sean?
I will, yes. Just got to find it here. I hope you can hear. Sorry, before I do this, I think there's a button I need to click. That will allow you to share sound. There we go. Okay. Lose all of these goodies. Should hear it soon. Wait, what's that?
Drew mentioned, my name is Shelley. I'm also known lately as Babe by my 8-year-old son. I'm a wife to James, a mother to Jim, and a Sapphire director in Near Life. Before Near Life, I was a foodie, a deli owner, and not such a good wife and mom to James and Jim. I was also not such a good businesswoman. I was always sick and tired. Every day was a slog. It was really too much effort to make it to the end of the day and sit down and chat with my family. All my husband wanted to do was come home, have a glass of wine, and ask me how my day was. I had no energy to spend with my little boy, who was then a toddler. TV was a great tool. Don't judge me, but we did sit in front of the TV a lot. Socializing was pure torture. We'd go to a dinner party, and by the time I was walking in the door, I was thinking about what time I would be walking out that door. Being sick and tired became quite debilitating, and it really started affecting my family life. I couldn't function properly. James was sick and tired of me being sick and tired. How I was sick and tired of being sick and tired.
What should it be?
I spent many years going to doctors and having blood tests. And every single time I was told that I was 100% healthy. I was normal. In fact, I think I even got a few eye rolls at one stage. It's all in my head. So being tired and sick became my normal, along with depression, brain fog, early menopause, infertility, and a whole bunch of other things that I could mention. I think I was the healthiest sick person around. But one day, at the age of 39, I woke up in CCU with a doctor telling me I had a myocardial infarction, and I was very lucky to be alive. I looked at him blankly, and I had no idea what he was talking about. I'd had a heart attack, and I was really very lucky to make it to the hospital in time and survive. Having a heart attack at 39, normal? I don't think so. Fast forward a few years. I was diagnosed with pneumonia the day before school holidays. I was told to stay at home and I wasn't allowed to go traveling, so my family went off without me. I dragged myself into Woolies just to stock up on some soups and what have you, and I bumped into a friend of mine. And she had asked me, Shelley, why don't you cycle with us anymore? And as Hansi says, some people you don't want to ask them how they're doing. And I was one of those people, because I was like, Kate, I'm sick. And she was like, again, Shelley, sort yourself out. Phone Melissa and get your product. So I rolled my eyes and said, you know what, thanks Kate so much, but I've tried hundreds of supplements through the years and they don't work. She said, I'm phoning you every day until you phoned Melissa and got her product. And she did. She phoned me every day until I phoned. What stood out for me when I spoke to Melissa, being a foodie, was that it was 100% whole food, 100% organic, and GMO free. And those ticked all my boxes. So I thought, well, I'm really rock bottom. I'm sitting here without a family, and what do I have to lose? So I started on Pro Vitality and carotenoids and acidophilus. Within a week, I joined my family in Knysna. When I arrived, my husband asked me, what is this? And I said, that's what's making me feel better. And he also rolled his eyes and he said, you have wasted your money again. Well, now he has promised, he has made me promise him that I will never stop taking it. And in fact, 3 months later, he came begging me to put him on what I was on to make him feel as good as I was feeling. My health has improved drastically. My energy levels are really great. I exercise regularly. I've even done a couple of mountain bike stage races, which was unheard of for me before. I even came third in an 82-kilometer stage race once, so that was quite a feather in my cap. And I can't remember when last I was sick. and I found my brain. I no longer snap when James asks me how my day was. I had the energy to spend with my little boy quality time. I take him fishing, I take him golfing. We do things together and we do things as a family. The benefits have been endless, and I'm really able to do things I never thought I would be able to do. Like standing here in front of you guys. Not only has Near Life given me my health back, it has given me an amazing opportunity. It has enabled me to become financially independent. So that's another big tick for my husband. Happy husband at home. I owned a deli for 13 years, and Drew also said this earlier about his previous career. It really taught me what I didn't want in life. All it brought me was a lot of stress, a broken heart literally, bills, overheads, staff issues, stock, and a lot of debt. And it was very lonely. You get no support when you own your own business. You are on your own. I eventually had to close my doors. When I signed up with Near Life, it started as a hobby because I was so passionate about the products. I didn't realize it was even a business opportunity. But when I did realize, I realized there was such potential. I grabbed the opportunity, and for me, it was a no-brainer as there was zero risk involved. By focusing on building a business and becoming committed to the process, I went from senior manager to Sapphire director. It has been such an exciting journey. What I can say that changed for me in making those steps was I actually started to believe in myself, that I could actually do it. And that came from all the personal development that Near Life encourages me to do. I became intentional and I became consistent. I wrote down my goals and my targets. I started working with my team. There is nothing more rewarding than helping somebody to succeed, whether it be health or wealth. And I started listening to my upline. I started duplicating and doing what she had told me to do. It's good learning from somebody who's already done what you need to do. And it is actually so simple. You saw how simple it was when Hansi put it on the board. Yes, it is that simple, but it's not easy, but very doable. Network marketing, I was introduced to it many years ago, and when I sat in the presentation, I looked at these people going, oh, these are these weird people. It was really not for me. If only I had known what I know now. So Near Life, network marketing for me is all about leadership, about compassion. It's about being part of a solution. It's about hope, it's about discipline, and it's about persistence. And it's about showing up. It's learning skill sets and learning to handle disappointments, because there are many disappointments. Even today, having 4 or 5 people back out of coming today, but never giving up. You, and only you, are 100% responsible for your life. Where do you want to be in a year's time or 5 years from now? Do you want to be sitting exactly in the same place you are today? Or would you like to try and reach your goals and dreams? There's a little saying that says, what you are not changing, you are choosing. And for me, that is so powerful. If you have the goals and the dreams.
Thanks, Sean. Yeah, it didn't come out quite as it does when you listen to it live. So if you want to listen to it again, go to Telegram and go to Business Builders. It's a very, very good tape. Okay, John, thank you.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Wow, that was fantastic. Thank you, all those that spoke this evening. You've got your story and you came over so well. Well done. And I just think that every time you tell your story, it reinforces not only yourself, but a lot of people that listen in as well. Near Life provide everything. They've got the wherewithal, they've got the manufacturing, the warehousing. All we've got to do is just build a business and lock in. So it's a really simple business. And if you look at the rewards, are incredible. Debbie and I, just as a personal thing, we've been overseas many times on this Near Life journey. And when we joined and when we started, we didn't believe we could do this. But there's exciting people that we've met along the way. They have joined in, and together we are making it happen. So Debbie and I are really excited for what's happening in the future in our teams. There's a stir that is starting to ripple all over our team. And it's starting with everyone that's on the Zoom tonight, but it's getting bigger and bigger. We're starting to make waves. When you throw a stone into a pond, it just ripples gently until it reaches the end. But what's happened now is that the tidal wave has been formed in the ball. So people are surfing those waves. And we have got such a great opportunity here. We've got to just get in, plug in, and get as much information. This is why the summit that's coming up in Pretoria next month is one of the pinnacle meetings of the entire Near Life world. And you'll meet people there that have far outreach where you could just hope that you could get there one day. And you will. But it starts with you. Keeping positive. Debbie and I are busy watching a long tape of Jim Rohn at the moment. And it's these tapes that keep you motivated. You can't, if you try and motivate yourself by looking at your past, you might not be as encouraged as you would by looking at the future. So we look forward to what's going to happen in the next month or so. And after the summit next month, there's going to be a huge tidal wave, which is going to crash all over the world. So we're excited about what's happening. Thank you, Sean, for putting this together. We appreciate that. Thank you, Jenny, for your talk there, that it's always honest and straightforward. And I know you're not making it up because I was there when it all happened. So we know that that's true. Okay, well done. And Amanda, well done. You are going from strength to strength. And in the beginning, you were like Sean. Sean was so timid, he wouldn't even, when Debbie came to his house with me, he would just talk to me by myself. That's how timid Sean was. And now he's doing podcasts for Regroup, and it's really exciting.
It's not timid, it's shy.
He was shy, okay. He was
I can identify with that.
And now
Yeah.
he's an extrovert. So we're excited that you came on board. Well done, Sean.
Yeah.
But there are others out there. We've got to find them. And they are just waiting for you to say, hi, may I interest you in something that will change your life? So thank you, everyone. We've got some exciting things that are planned for this coming week. And keep an eye on the WhatsApp. Sean's putting a lot together. We've got something really exciting next week. And thanks for joining our Zoom tonight. And even though we haven't seen you like Dominique and Norma, we appreciate that you coming in. Well done, everyone. Good night and drive safely.
Thank you.
Drive safely. Drive safely. Make
Thank
sure
you, guys.
Go home.